The United States of America, U.S. Commerce Secretary Howard Ruckman has said 90-day tariff pause is not influenced by the market. Remember, there was a clear global market meltdown, especially in Asia. President Donald Trump, meanwhile, abruptly decided to go back on his own tariff announcement. And for 75 countries, saying for the next 90 days, while they are clearly taking a decision on what to do, but 90 days there will be a pause. Tax rate on Chinese imports, though, were hiked to 125%. The Commerce Secretary Howard Ruckman, who had also spoken to India to remember at the conclave, he now says it was not the markets that prompted Donald Trump to pause the tariff. Let's listen into what Ruckman has to say.
So how can you be respectful when a country says, I want to come and talk, I will do it, I will be reasonable, I've analyzed it, and we will come and talk? How do you deal with that when you have so many countries that deserve our time and our respect? So he decided he would pause it, start at 10% for everybody, right? And let's go negotiate with all of these great countries, and let's see if we can do great deals for America, much better deals for America. But that's the model. The reciprocal tariffs stay in place. They are 10% across the board on all the countries, right? We paused on any numbers that are above 10%. And except for China, of course, who retaliated. And then, of course, you know what's going on with China because they've retaliated. And the president was very clear. If you retaliate, you will feel what he thinks. And they feel what he thinks. So there's 10%. Reciprocal tariffs across the board, but we're not going above that. We're letting each country come in and let's negotiate fully and completely.
Joining me now, Shashank Mattu from India Today Global. Shashank, leaving aside what Howard Ruckman has said, do you also think that possibly markets did have a role to play here?
Well, I think Donald Trump made very clear that markets did, in fact, have a role to play. He said that he was looking at the bond market, which basically where bond yields for American debt, which is shooting up and up, which is basically showing that markets are having diminishing confidence in United States treasuries. And that has significant consequences for America because it's a highly debt-dependent economy. So absolutely, Donald Trump was watching the markets. What we know about him is that he has also been seeing a business deal he respects a great deal, saying that, look, these tariffs don't make a lot of sense. They're hurting the stock market. They'll hurt the economy. And he said in his own statement, regardless of what Howard Ruckman says, that he was watching the bond market and saw that people were getting jittery, were getting uncertain about where the tariff plan was going. And that was a factor in his decision making. So absolutely, Trump made himself.
All right, Shashank, keep tracking all the latest on what precisely is happening. That's the latest that the Commerce Secretary has said, that it is the respect also shown to the countries that have decided to come forth and say, let's talk about it.